Hi, this is RUSKIN FELIX. Welcome to my stock market channel. Today we're going to be talking about 6 different investments which you should be making today and right now. And these are spread across different asset classes. I'm going to be very brief here, so because I want this to be like a series which I continue and keep doing in the future as well, and I have like a review. I would also want you to look at these investments, and once you make these investments, do let me know in the comment section if you have. I'm open to listening or advising you on these portfolios at a future date as well, and we can keep reviewing the performance of these portfolios over the next period. So for anyone who wants to actually make money, the next 10 minutes are for you. Now, the first investment, I have been very positive on cryptocurrencies in the recent times, since the last year, since the lockdown and the COVID-19 happened. Most of the cryptocurrencies have done well in comparison to any other investment right now that is there. Some of the main cryptocurrencies that have done well are Bitcoin, Ethereum, Shiba Inu, and Dogecoin. Now, these are good investments. I would be also telling you that this is a very high risk investment, and so people who are not having that kind of a risk appetite should not do it. Even if you're doing it, even if you're investing into such type of investments, your limit to the investment should be quite low. Now, I have two investments in cryptos which I would be wanting to speak about. One is the Bitcoin. Now, the Bitcoin actually reached to about $69,000 in just May itself, and since Elon Musk had commented on some of the investments and their company stopped accepting Bitcoins, the price of Bitcoin has actually fallen to the current levels of about $38,000. Now, for someone who knows Bitcoin's asset value, Bitcoin has never been so much of a currency, but it is more like a deposit of value. And so cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin is like the gold standard. If you're getting it at 38,000, Bitcoin would be the first investment to take, and 100% there's a very high possibility of the Bitcoin value reaching to about $100,000 within about 1.5 years, and so you should definitely be making that investment. Next up, we have Shiba Inu, SHIBA. Now, Shiba Inu is a very good investment, specifically from the current point of view. If you have known this, this is a set of cryptocurrencies which is basically called meme coins, because these are based on memes. They were actually designed to be a mockery of the actual cryptocurrency market, but because of public acceptance, they have become quite big in terms of their valuation. Dogecoin actually was the first meme currency that has gotten this much value recognition, and so because of that, it has reached about $89 billion of market cap. Now, why I'm actually positive in Shiba right now is because Coinbase, which is the biggest US cryptocurrency exchange, is basically very selective of the investments that it takes. For that kind of a company, Shiba Inu is one of the investments which would be quite positive. A similar effect was seen in Dogecoin's valuation when Dogecoin was accepted into Coinbase, and so there was about a 40 to 50% markup and increase in the value of the coin at that point. Shiba Inu right now, for about 10,000 rupees, you can actually buy about 18 million units of it. So for anyone who's looking to have quantity and forget about it, I think that's a good investment. Obviously, you should be looking at percentages, you should be looking at quantity, but still, because of the high distribution of the currency, you can get a lot of it at a very less value, and so it doesn't harm to actually buy it and keep it. I have in the description below also given you links for platforms that you can trade it in. The biggest platforms right now, my favorite is Binance, because it's international and there's a lot that you can do instead just investing, because you can do derivative trading in cryptos as well, and futures and all of that trading as well. So that I'll come to later. We'll have some live sessions as well. Please subscribe if you haven't, because we'll have some live sessions on me showing you how to do derivative trading on cryptos. uh, Next, in India, WazirX is the new company. Why I like it is because it is actually tied up with Binance, and so you can buy Bitcoin, Shiba Inu, Dogecoin, all of that from WazirX. You can do it in Binance as well and transfer money through WazirX. It's all legal. A lot of people say it's not legal. It is. It is not a problem. After the Supreme Court ruling last year, it has become, the government is not able to ban these, and so it is not able to ban financial institutions or stop trading institutions which are trading into this as well. Okay, coming to your favorite, the asset class I like a lot and which will be open to most of you investors would be the actual Indian stock market. Now, in the Indian stock market, there are three stocks that I want to go with, and currently, these are high value stocks. These are stable stocks, and so because we are creating a portfolio, I want some big names and some stable names as well in the mix, so that when you're taking some risk with crypto, your risk is overall balanced with bigger names like what I'm going to take. Now, the first stock is HDFC. Why I say HDFC is because their embargo on credit cards was actually put by RBI, and that is being lifted in a while. And so the moment that happens, that bank being the biggest for credit cards distribution and network across India, it has lost a lot of market share in the last 1 year. Also, the results, if you see, of March were very positive, and that has not translated into the stock price currently. And so the overall effect of that has not been seen in the prices, which will be seen in later stages. Right now, the stock is at 1500. You should buy it because the stock most probably will reach to about 16,000 to 2000, 1600 to 2000, that range. Most probably 2000 within about 6 months, if currently the June result is going to be good. And looking at the Indian economy, there have been several indicators in June that the possible growth or sustenance of the Indian economy has come back. So expect that April, May, June will actually be good as a quarter for all banks, and this will translate into much higher productivity and profits for HDFC. So first stock is HDFC. Second stock, ICICI Prudential. See, every one of us in India knows ICICI Prudential. It is, except I think it's except LIC, it also has the biggest market. HDFC Life is another stock, but I'm actually not predicting it because of its valuation and because the stock price hasn't moved a lot. I like ICICI Prudential because the stock currently is at 580. There's a lot of upside potential. A year back, it was in the 300 to 400 range. So it has actually given about 50-55% return over the last 7-8 months itself. And that's why it's a good stock to have. I always like insurance businesses because insurance businesses is a concept which can make a lot of money over a period of time because they keep investing and they keep getting premiums. So always have a positive on insurance companies. Try making the other portfolios grow as well. For example, there are other stocks, SBI Life and HDFC Life as well, which you can look at. But my possible recommendation for this one is ICICI Prudential. The next one I really like. This stock is one of the best stocks that has given me a lot of return, and it's one of my favorites as well because of its cash reserves and the amount of cash and liquidity it always has. The stock is Asian Paints. Now, Asian Paints, you would want to buy it at around 3000. Just a month and a half back before its results, it was around 2400. So the stock has already moved about 20% from 2400 levels to 2300 levels. And it's quite stable in terms of its valuation. Even though it goes down, it will come back. So you can buy it at 3000, and then at later stages, if you see that the stock price has fallen, I would say you should add position. Anything above 2500, anything below 2800 would be a buy opportunity for Asian Paints. So these are the three stocks that I would tell you. Now, considering that the April, May, June, now we come to the derivative aspects of the investments. For anyone who does call options, put options, futures, this is what this section is for you guys. Now, in this section, I want to only talk about currently one call. See, April, May, June is going to be very good for the economy. So that means that and if you check the PE level, the PE level is under 30 currently. And so that means that anything above 30 is a place where I would tell you to buy a put option. But anything anything below 30 is a good position. Plus, April, May, June results are going to go well, and so that is why the PE will come down even further. So from 15,000 currently, there's a very high possibility that the stock will, or the portfolio will reach 17,000. So now what do we do in this? One option, you buy a future and keep it. If you have a lot of capital, I would want to tell you, for people who don't know this, a future basically costs around 1.2 lakhs for one lot. So if you are having that kind of a capital, good enough. If you're not, buy a call option for 17,000 strike price and keep it, because it's so out of the money. It will be very cheap and you can get it for very cheap amounts, and keep it for July and then keep rolling it over. I would seriously say that people who are doing or getting into derivative trading, please take your own decisions, please take your own calls, because it's very risky and you might lose all or most of your capital if you're not aware and if you're not doing it with experience. So for people who are normal investors who don't know about derivatives, don't want to take the risk, I would suggest take an ETF on the index. There are index ETFs as well, which I will list, and those ETFs you can actually buy, and so because of that you can actually get some kind of returns, because the index will go up. Now also keep a track of the PE levels. I'll also link the link where you can check out the PE levels of the market. If anything goes above 31, 32, the market is going to come down. So you have to, or the earnings have to go up. So you have to see these two things and then decide accordingly. Okay, the last investment that I'll be talking to you about is mutual funds. I personally like actively managing portfolios, but it's not possible for all of you to actively manage your portfolios because you have other jobs and other engagements in your life. And so that is why it is important to have some kind of allocation to mutual funds as well. Now, in mutual funds, there are three categories: small, mid cap, and large cap. There are other hybrid and other categories, growth, dividend funds, all of that. I want to explain that in a different video, not this one. But for this particular video, I would want to tell you that, see, if the market at the top line, which is Nifty 50, which is basically the top 50 companies, is growing at this pace, obviously the lower companies, the mid caps and the small caps, will actually grow faster. Now, in this situation, I will suggest that according to your risk appetite, see, small caps will always be riskier, but they'll have high returns. Mid caps will always be having a little lesser riskier returns in comparison to small cap. Now, I would suggest that you should have small cap and mid cap companies in your portfolio as well. But if you can't have, try buying a mid cap mutual fund. The Access Growth mid cap mutual fund is currently having a very good growth rate. I like the investment because it has made good returns over the past 6 months and 1 year, and that kind of an investment would do well for you. So I'll link that as well if you want to go and buy. So this is the investment. I'm also sharing the investment percentages because it's important. So if the portfolio overall is 100 rupees, you would invest about 5 rupees each in Bitcoin and Shiba Inu, because that's the maximum allocation you should do. 10% is the maximum allocation for all main stocks, HDFC, ICICI and Asian Paints. Your allocation should be minimum 15 to 20%. and that should be in whatever ratio you want to. You can buy another Asian Paints, you can buy another insurance company as well if you want to. And so HDFC, ICICI Prudential, SBI Life, Asian Paints, these will be the stocks which I will be allocating to with around 15% each. So that is about 60. We get to about 70% allocated. Now with the 30 we have, I would want you to have like an ETF on the exchange, because if not a call option. So that would be 10 rupees, 10% or 15%. And the rest 15% you put it in a mid cap mutual fund or a small cap mutual fund according to your risk appetite and overall percentages. Now see, these percentages are only for your understanding. They can really change with your risk appetite, and so whatever you want to, however you want your portfolio to be, you can change your risk appetite and change the percentage allocation of it. And overall value you should average invest into these should be around 1 lakh to 3 to 5 lakhs currently. If the percentages still stay, so if you're having a higher amount, you should totally diversify into other stocks and other investments as well. But about 2 to 5 lakhs is what I'll be looking at with these stocks. This was it for the top 6 investments. I hope this video helped you a lot, and I hope you actually invest into these portfolio investments. And I'm waiting to hear from you what happens and how did it go. Please share and subscribe my channel, this video, and like and comment. I will continue to give you recommendations on stocks, on investments, on how to create your portfolio, and understanding as to all the concepts of the stock market. Thank you so much. It was a blast. Also, this is a time-based video. So if you're investing in things like Shiba Inu, do it fast, because Coinbase is going to be listing it quite soon. And the moment it does, Shiba Inu is going to skyrocket by about 4 to 5 times minimum. So keep looking at this video, keep looking at my content. I'm posting kind of every day now, and best of luck. Share, subscribe. Bye bye. See you.